Hey, it's Chris Cashman, Batman, Joker, just about everybody here. Welcome to Emerald City Comic-Con. What does it look like when 100,000 pop culture fans come crashing into the Emerald City? We'll tell you about it tonight on Evening. Were you smiling and laughing? You're the happy Joker. Okay, good.
I'm St. Brian in London, getting monstrous with the bride's Christian Bale and visiting an old flat where Jimi Hendrix once lived.
Team Evening's real-life inner children revealed. And the unlikely spot that makes Puyallup's best pizza.
It's like if you know, you know.
Behold, welcome to Evening, a very special edition here. I feel a little bit underdressed and yet just enough of a wink, as this is the biggest celebration of pop culture in the Northwest, maybe even the country. Welcome to Emerald City Comic-Con. One of everything is here. Even Mandalorian on Vacation is here. They're expecting 90,000 people here this weekend. Spans 2 buildings. There is so much creativity. Let's go behind the scenes. Dramatic pose. Okay, Fallon, so for the 6 or 7 people in Western Washington that are not already here, what should we expect at Emerald City Comic-Con this year?
I mean, the energy is so vibrant this weekend. It really brings pop culture right here in the heart of Seattle. We have celebrities here too, so I don't know if you were into Star Wars or Star Trek, what your vibe was, but Hayden Christensen and William Shatner are both here this weekend.
Yeah.
From Captain Kirk to Captain Crunch, anything goes in this pop culture paradise.
They're like Hello Kitty characters.
There's so much fun stuff happening. My personal favorite is Artist Alley because you never know what comic creators you're gonna see there. They're just amazing artwork. So much fun stuff is there.
Yeah, finding some good stuff.
From Mickey Mouse to Mordor-inspired hybrids, even sworn enemies come together at Emerald City Comic-Con.
4-day passes are gone, but you can still join us all weekend. We have single-day tickets available.
Emerald City Comic-Con isn't just a comic convention. It's a full-blown celebration of pop culture, where fans, creators, and characters all share the same universe for a few unforgettable days.
Fallon, we are underdressed because I share the escalator with Wolverine drinking an almond milk latte. So thanks for the behind the scenes. Let's go find a costume. Check out Emerald City Comic-Con. The madness ends on Sunday. Now, one more time, let's head across the pond all the way to London, where Saint is hanging out with the cast of Bridgerton and The Bride. Hello, chap.
Righto. So how do you find your inner monster? For the bride's Christian Bale, that began at the makeup table.
The Bride of Frankenstein.
No, just the bride.
What am I hearing about these makeup sessions turning into primal screaming therapy sessions?
I think everyone needs a little bit of it. It was a combination of me, I'm meant to be playing a much larger fellow than I am, and the voice being deeper and raspier, and I kept pushing that.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
And I realized after a bit of screaming, I didn't have to try at all, it just did it. But then also there's these brilliant makeup artists who had to stand their backs aching, doing this really precise work. Us all having to be intensely patient, in good spirits with each other. But at the end, you needed a release. And so instead of me disappearing off and seeming like a complete madman, I shared that madness with my makeup crew, where we would all scream like crazy. Me for the voice, and them for all relieving that stress of having been so still and precise. And by the end of the movie, the whole damn crew were arriving because it's just a human need. Everyone needs to scream every now and again.
The Bride is rated R and opens tomorrow. I'm in London's Mayfair district, and while I'm here, I thought I might just pop by the old flat where one of Seattle's most famous native sons used to live.
Above the shop at 23 Brook Street, you can walk into the bedroom where Jimi Hendrix once slept, listened to records, wrote music, and entertained fellow musicians and journalists, all perfectly recreated from photos by the curators of the Handel and Hendrix Museum. The Baroque composer George Friedrich Handel lived in the flat next door 200 years earlier. You can see his harpsichord and bedchambers. But up another flight of stairs, there's a museum with one of Jimi's guitars and lots of photographs. There's also a room dedicated to his record collection. But the highlight is the bedroom, with cigarette butts still in the ashtray and copies of Melody Maker lying around. It feels like Jimi just stepped out and will be back any minute.
In 1969, Jimi Hendrix moved to a basement flat in Notting Hill, and that unfortunately is where he died in September of 1970. His legacy, of course, still lives on. But yes, he once lived in the very neighborhood where Bridgerton is set.
While audiences may be quick to cast Lady Araminta Gunn as the villain, the Scottish actor Katie Leung, who played Cho Chung in the Harry Potter movies, says the truth is far more complicated.
She has a lot on her plate. You know, she's a single mother of 2 teenage daughters. She's like a swan. You know, her little legs are just kicking inside, and she's trying to keep it together.
Threatening to tear everything down is Sophie, the illegitimate daughter of the man she married, now working as a maid, but seemingly destined for so much more.
Katie, what was the vibe like on the set when you were doing these scenes with Yarana? Did they turn down the temperature just to make it really cold?
It does get really hot in there with the lights and everything.
Hot. Yeah, it gets hot.
Oh God, it's such a joy to work alongside someone like Yaren, because she's such an incredible actor and she's got so much range.
Isabella Way says men may not be the target audience of Bridgerton, but they could learn a thing or two.
It's important to watch Bridgerton and see these long, dramatic confessions that these men have in the show, because I think that's one of the most special things about Bridgerton, and one of the most beautiful things about it is the vulnerability that comes along with it.
You have taken possession of me. Shocked me back to life. Turned me from someone who cannot sit still for a moment to one who wishes to be in one single place. Beside you.
Yeah, there's a lot for everyone in Bridgerton, especially men as well.
From a Regency-era mansion called the Lanesborough, I am wrapping up my visit to London with a Bridgerton-themed tea party. Tally-ho and ta-ta to all of you 8 time zones away.
Tally-ho and ta-ta back at you, chap, and do travel safely back home to Washington State.
Up next, the University of Washington and Seattle University are coming together to share a story everyone should hear. And an expert shares the ultimate winter hikes.
Wow! Local stories make a difference.
That's good.
With the power to enrich lives, strengthen communities, and make us smile. Evening is made possible by Primera Blue Cross. Primera Blue Cross, always in your corner.
And welcome back to Evening from Emerald City. Comic-Con is pop culture paradise running through Sunday. Now, when the University of Washington and Seattle University get together, it's usually on the court or on the field. But this week, the purple and the red are getting together and sharing one stage for a very special purpose.
It's a wall of sound. 140 voices, a 9-piece band, and a collaboration rarely seen between 2 of Seattle's biggest rivals.
It's pretty unusual, actually, for universities to do a collaboration of this size together, particularly a major staged work. 1, 2, 3.
These are students from both the UW and Seattle University, coming together for something truly powerful. A performance of the Grammy-nominated Considering Matthew Shepard. The moving tribute honors the young man whose tragic 1998 murder sparked a nationwide conversation about hate crimes.
Matthew Shepard, who is a gay man who was tortured and murdered in 1998, and his death led to major changes in hate crime legislation in the United States.
For the college students on stage, this isn't just a history lesson.
At the time, I don't think I had heard the name Matthew Shepard. There's segments from his journal talking about what he loves to do. He loves Europe, he loved driving, he loved music, helping, smiling, Jeopardy. Thinking about him as a person has been really impactful to me, especially because he was a year older than I am now when he was killed.
The music doesn't focus on the violence of his death, but the ordinariness of his life, using actual entries from Matthew's personal journals.
Movement number 28, it's called The Fence After the Wind. And there's this kind of quiet beauty that I've come to appreciate. Yeah, I think it made me cry.
After months of preparation, the goal isn't just a standing ovation. It's to ensure that the story and the man are never forgotten again.
This group of people, this 150 people on stage, we want you to be free.
There is one more performance you can catch at the Pantages in Tacoma, March 6th. Meanwhile, outside it is late winter. Believe it or not, a great time to get outside. There are some great winter hikes. Don't take it from me, take it from noted author Tammy Assars. We hit the trail with her and found a spot just outside of Seattle that's actually a winter wonderland.
Hey guys, we're out here talking about winter hiking at Franklin Falls. And it is one of the most beautiful winter days in the Pacific Northwest I can remember in years. We have this gorgeous dusting of fresh snow. There's this beautiful pine scent from the sun hitting it, and it is just glorious today.
Why are you hugging the tree?
Because it's so beautiful. It's a western red cedar, I believe, and it's old. It's been here a really long time. So the Franklin Falls Trail is very close to I-90. It's easy to get to. It is a snow park in winter, so you'll want a snow park permit. But it's easy. It's about 2 miles, about 400 feet of elevation gain, and it's a great place to take beginners or small kids. So guys, one of the important things about winter hiking and summer hiking is just to make sure you're prepared, and doing that requires having the 10 essentials. This is a beautiful, gorgeous beginner hike, but it's good to be prepared. This is a little shelter, just a little extra shelter if something bad were to happen. Navigation, have your map, this is important. And this, a headlamp, is almost the most important piece of gear this time of year because it gets dark so early. If you can believe it, all my 10 essentials are in this little bag. And it's super easy to just throw in my backpack. So these are micro spikes. They come in a lot of different patterns and sizes. These are pretty aggressive spikes, but some of them are just like tire chains for your feet. So it's important in the winter to make sure you have lots of different layers on, a good hat, lots of clothes so you can ventilate very easily when you're hiking. And then also having a nice pair of trekking poles is good for stability, especially on the slippery surfaces. Wow, this is it. This is the payoff. Check it out. This is the amazing Franklin Falls. It is absolutely breathtaking this time of the year. It's hard to believe we're so close to the freeway. Westbound, eastbound lanes, and here we are in this gorgeous basin. It's so worth getting out here in the winter and enjoying this.
Wow, that's a spectacular waterfall, and there's more. Other winter hikes, Tammy recommends Sandpoint Trail on the Olympic Coast if you want something that's snow-free, and Green Lake Trail in Mount Rainier National Park. And Tammy actually did release this memoir, Long Lost: 3 Trails, 8,000 miles, one unexpected journey across America's Triple Crown. Way to go.
Up next, the unlikely spot serving up Puyallup's best slices.
It's like if you know, you know.
Follow King 5 Evening on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube for exclusive broadcasts, extras, and giveaways. It's your direct line to Team Evening and the best of the Pacific Northwest.
Hey, it's Velma and Scooby. Welcome back to Emerald City Comic-Con. Everybody's here. Now, when you think about pizza, and I know you're always thinking about pizza, you probably don't think about gas stations. They don't usually go together. But Puyallup, as it turns out, is an unusual place. Is it true that a Shell station has the very best pies? Jose went to find out and introduces us to the family behind it.
This is Puyallup's best kept secret.
I guess you could say that, yeah. It's like if you know, you know.
The best pizza in town at a Shell station on 84th and Canyon Road.
So we're at Canyon Pizza and Mini Mart in Puyallup. It's owned by my mom and dad, Sunny Singh and Raj Kaur, and I'm their daughter, and I help them run the business here.
Sony and Raj owned a food business in India, then Louisiana. They bought this gas station in 2022. It came with a pizza legacy and a top secret sauce recipe.
Yeah, even I don't know it. Only these two know it. They won't even tell me. My parents make the sauce from scratch. We don't use a pre-made sauce, and this recipe has been passed down through all the owners. My parents are the third owners. So it's been 27 years that we've had this recipe at this store.
So we don't want to change it.
Yeah, we want our
Otherwise people will say pizza is not the same, this and that. So we don't want to do that. We want to keep the people happy here.
Slices are $3.99 and they're gone as soon as they come out of the oven.
So my mom makes almost every pizza every day with her own hands. So I think that's what makes the pizza taste so good. It's so different. It's made with a lot of love, a lot of fresh ingredients. So I think that's what sets it apart.
Garlic chicken is one of the most popular. I agree, it's killer. So next time you're in Puyallup and you need to fill up, Canyon Pizza is your place.
The best pizza in town. I come here every day.
I am really proud of my parents. I mean, my dad came here over 30 years ago and truly started from nothing and made something out of himself and has owned multiple businesses over the past 20 years. So they work really, really hard, and it makes me really happy whenever I see so many customers come here and say it's the best pizza in town. It makes me feel really, really happy and proud of them.
Thank you, Jose. And if you know about any great gas station eats, let us know about it on social media. Speaking of which, you've probably seen us jumping on that trend, everybody posting the kid photos and their job descriptions. Well, I guess the trend is officially over because the adults are involved, the parents have weighed in. Team Evening even posted our baby photos. Please enjoy. There were so many great vintage photos we did not get to use, like this one from Jose. He clearly has not changed a stitch. And one of my favorites, when I got that Dukes of Hazzard big wheel, I just had to have it. And I still commute in it.
Up next, is it Seattle Seawolves cosplay or the real deal? Join us for the Scrum, exciting rugby news coming up.
Now in our 40th season, Evening shares local stories that make our community shine. Evening is sponsored by Pemco Insurance. Pemco empowers the Northwest to prevent the preventable. Learn how at pemco.com.
Welcome back to Evening from Emerald City Comic-Con. Do not attempt to adjust your television set. This is, believe it or not, the real deal, not cosplay for Seawolves Rugby. Rucky is here, Mark Bennett is here, because we've got some exciting news. King 5 now the official broadcast partner of Seawolves Rugby. And welcome to town. You've come a long way. Introduce yourself to folks.
Yeah, I'm Mark Bennett. I'm a Scottish rugby player who's made the jump over to Seattle, so really looking forward to getting to see the city and getting stuck in on the pitch.
He comes with a silver medal in Rugby Sevens, by the way, so we're very excited to have you here. Rucky's always bringing it. We're getting excited for the opener, April 3rd, right, at Starfire?
Yeah, first game of the season in the league. We play against DC Old Glory. We're really looking forward to it.
What do you have to say to fans who are just catching on to all of this? Because you come from Rugby Sevens. This is the real deal. You're not coming across the world unless the Seawolves mean a lot.
Yeah, I think we've got a great squad, really well coached, and we've got a a real opportunity this year. Rugby's a great game, highly physical, huge men, big collisions, no padding, so it's absolutely brutal. Everyone leaves excited.
We love it. It's brutal. We're excited. You've got me. Of course, April 3rd, you can see the opener, or you can just keep it parked right there on your couch and watch all of it all season long on King 5. Mark, great to see you. Welcome to town. Rucky, thank you for being here. Let's go have some fun at Comic-Con. We'll see you next time.